This post is hard for me because I've been living in this hell for 3 years now. I kept quiet for a long time. I was scared, and I still am. But I think I've been driven to the brink of exhaustion enough to tell this story. Recently, my Instagram business was booming. I combined a live page with drawing. It brought me a lot of joy and allowed me to connect with many talented people, some of whom I still keep in touch with. My page was many years old, and I only really started working on it towards the beginning of this story. I had over 7,000 photos and about 15,000 followers. Not a lot by Instagram standards, but it was already bringing me income as an artist. I often received messages from different people, but I knew my inner circle. Then one day, a stranger started following me and started being very active on my posts and in my stories. I noticed this, and we started chatting. I was in a bad mood, and interacting with people, especially when they were so drawn to you, was a lifesaver. How I regretted that. A few words about my impression of this person at the time. Polite, a former musician, interested in religion. This topic wasn't particularly familiar to me, so I was curious to learn something new from someone immersed in it. Although there were already warning signs, for example, a 27-year-old man completely immersed in religion, his leisure time focused on church affairs, and his livelihood focused on church affairs. But I thought, oh, well, if this person believes in God, what evil intentions could there be? Then I learned that this person belonged to the Seventh-day Adventists. I never found any information about whether they were officially a sect or not, but they are not specifically a church, although I privately call them a sect, but that only came much later. After some time, I was tempted to go to another country, and my choice fell on Mexico. That's where this man was from. Why? Well, for one thing, I'd already spent almost 10 years studying at a technical university, and I wanted to unwind, to finally get a tan. I'd seriously planned this trip, told close friends about it, but ultimately changed my mind and my plans changed. As you can see, this man, I'll call him X for short, not because he's X, but because he's a different X, was also aware of all this. The warmer weather arrived, I finished my exams, and went to visit my father in another city to be with him and help him with his work. We were sitting back to back in the office, working on our computers. Then my father turned to me and said, "Listen, did you know you're in Mexico right now?" I approach him and see a message from X addressed to my dad, featuring a wedding photo of me and X, along with a huge post in a slangy Spanish-Russian diction, congratulating my dad on our new family status. He says, "Look, be happy. Your daughter is such a cutie and now my wife." I'm exaggerating, of course, about the cutie part, but I got the gist of it. Dad scratches his head and tells me to just forget about it, and I start to worry. And then it all comes to light. Since my social media accounts were all public and under one username to make it easy to find me and my work, they became my trap. My photos from Instagram, Coffee, Pinterest, Twitter, DeviantArt, and other social media were all successfully downloaded and expertly reworked. There were also videos where my face was clearly visible. I'll say right away that I've never posted any dirty or nude photos anywhere, but it turned out that his face was enough. Then a ton of photos and videos allegedly featuring me, and with X appeared. An active offensive. After, or maybe simultaneously with, sending the letter to my father, messages started flying everywhere, to my classmates, my relatives, some unknown subscribers, my online academic advisor. And people started writing to me in surprise, wondering why I hadn't told anyone anything, congratulating me, accepting X's friend request, replying to him. From the outside, it might seem like, well, no big deal, just block him and explain everything. But just imagine my grandmother calling me in horror, asking for an explanation, while my classmates and close friends congratulate me, saying they're so happy for me, and this spam just flies everywhere under all my posts, under all my social media. Blocking accounts doesn't accomplish anything, and many more immediately follow. Videos with fragments of conversations, both real and fake, with these fake photos are appearing on YouTube, and they're being directed at all my people. The comment added, "My wife has stopped contacting me. I'm really worried. Please tell her, contact her, help me find her." Even now, as I write all this, my throat tightens and my fingers go cold. It's impossible to describe my state at the time. To say I was terrified is an understatement. It gets worse. I don't know how fucked up the laws are in Mexico and everything else, but X sent me a letter stating that he had married me in Mexico. He didn't even need a passport for that, me. As I later learned, my birth certificate had been revoked, and I found out where he got it from, or rather, through whom. But whatever lies he told me and how he begged for it are now meaningless. It's not valid in Russia. After all, I didn't confirm it at our registry office. Whether I have a foreign passport or not is irrelevant. The only important thing is that I didn't confirm it at our place of residence. People followed me, really followed me. I noticed it very simply. The same pair of people followed me when I left the house, and they followed me to the university. When I left, they would start following me again at a distance of 1.5 steps, speaking quietly so I could hear. "Repent! You are in sin!" And so on. This continued until I moved. I received a letter also at my old address from a woman in Moscow, and inside was a printout with text from X.